Anyone else expecting Cristiano Ronaldo to slow down at any point in the given future can just take that drivel and go and put it in the same space that Jason's shirts, where he folds it up and has the buttons in the tops, should be gone, and that is in the trash. I told you I was going to be back. I told you I was going to consistently be doing Champions League clips and more coverage with the lads back in LA. I'm not going anywhere, but it does happen to come at a cost because I'm shooting this horrendous shot. But the echo will go away and a better looking shot will come to fruition. But Cristiano Ronaldo, out with suspension, as we know, in La Liga, proves time and time again how vital he is to this team. 2 fantastic goals, lifts the reigning champions ahead of Borussia Dortmund. Bale assists Cristiano Ronaldo. I know that the Real Madrid fans will be happy to see that because Gareth Bale hasn't looked himself the past year and a half, but to be able to give it to Cristiano Ronaldo, scoring the 49th minute and the 79th minute, which cancelled out Aubameyang's goal on the 54th, proving that when they're firing all cylinders, when Cristiano Ronaldo's back and they're confident, they're still the team to beat. Borussia Dortmund, yeah, they haven't looked great, as I mentioned in the previous clip. You can check that out. I know I'm talking about Tottenham and Real Madrid, but look at the scores. I mean, how much else am I going to really talk about? The fact that Liverpool are struggling in the Champions League? I mean, come on. How much more can I talk about that than I already do? But in regards to Real Madrid, there's something about this team collectively that I've talked about in the past with Rick and Jason. I mentioned that in the past they had the Galacticos and they had individual talent, and when they worked well together they were so phenomenal, but it often changed year by year. They would have the Zidanes and the Rauls and Ronaldos, and then if it sometimes changed, it took them a little bit to get back into it. This team just looks like they're breeding confidence players who's going to come in and try to uphold that same standard, that so that it doesn't drop when they change players on from the bench. Because when you take Zidane off and you're putting on Guti, who I like Guti, the standard's often very different back then. But now when you've got Asensio and you've got Isco, these players almost are all on the same playing field, regardless of Ronaldo, who I still think is superior. So yeah, you've got to rely on those individual Galacticos, but collectively as a team, I think they will get the job done if Ronaldo doesn't bind them in, if Bale doesn't bind them in. And that's petrifying, because if Lionel Messi doesn't score or Luis Suarez, I think Barcelona fall victim to a team that can really put up a defensive stonewall to prevent them from those big name players getting through. Obviously that's easier said than done, but I would rely on Real Madrid getting the result if those big names weren't scoring than I would Barcelona, just in my opinion. So they continue to look good, they continue to dominate. Brief part about Liverpool, that's them now dropped, I think 4 points clearly, because they should have got that victory in the first game, and now against Spartak Moscow away from home, when Tottenham are going and doing the business, proving that English teams can go away and win from home, Liverpool are struggling. I think that there's clear questions around the defence. We've talked about this, and there's questions still to be answered. They don't look that good. But the takeaway from this clip is, when is Ronaldo going to slow up? Because I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.